I'm saying with the Bills offense to change it up a little bit. And one of those things to me is more James Cook. I'll take my chances with the other stuff.
Brave of you.
Yes.
Mike wants the Bills to change it up and throw it to A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith.
No. Hey, but they didn't do that.
That would really help.
Yeah.
Yes. It's like I'm saying is you have those guys on your team.
That's what's driving me nuts.
Oh, you mean they don't have those guys?
Yeah, they don't have those guys.
They don't have any guys.
All right, welcome back to the Buffalo Plus YouTube channel. We are here in the Connors and Ferris podcast studio. Mike Catalana, Dan Fates. I am Jenna Cottrell. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and of course, share. We're doing the League podcast presented by Stellar Roofing, Windows, and Siding. We're going to get into the NFL, the top 5, the bottom 5, and also how the Bills square up and shake up and stack up with the rest of the league after Buffalo coming off the bye week. We're going to get all into it as the Bills had the week off to kind of rest, reset. And Mike, where do you think this team is at now heading into another week?
They needed the rest.
Yes, we needed the rest.
And you needed the rest. You needed the rest. It was a bad 2 weeks, right? It was a bad 2 weeks. And I'm not positive. I'm not negative. I'm realistic. I think I know what this team is. I think they can get incrementally better on one side of the ball and substantially better on the other.
Okay.
Oh, I'm fascinated to hear this.
I think Joe Brady needs to go back to being Joe Brady.
Okay.
No more cute.
That would help.
Play into the strengths and get Josh Allen back going like Josh Allen. The last 2 weeks, he hasn't really looked like Josh Allen. Moments, but not looking like Josh Allen. The defense, I'm hoping they go from bad to decent. That's my hope. Bad to decent. I'm also hoping it's more Sean McDermott with this defense.
In terms of,
and I know there's a lot of people out there that just want to crush Sean like he's never coached good defense before in his life. But I think more on this defense may help them, especially in-game adjustments.
Yeah, we were just talking about this before we came on, and I was like, you said the pulse of the fan base is that like they've never seen this team struggle. And you were saying
panic.
Like they're in full panic mode, right? I wasn't here for the hot ones. Hand up, was not feeling well. I wouldn't say it was the worst time. I like doing those. Those are some of the funnest videos. If you haven't already, be sure to check out the Hot Ones one.
We're still recovering.
Yeah.
We needed the week off.
But I didn't get to fire off some of my takes.
Go for it.
And I think
go off, King.
I don't know if the defense can get any better with the personnel. And I know Hoyt coming back, and again, we can talk all we want about what Hairston could be or bring to this offense. I think that's a pipe dream that you hope and are looking at for next year. They have issues on the defensive line. They have issues at the safety. All of these things, which I'm not, I thought about, am I prisoner of the moment? 2 losses in a row. They've lost 2 games in early October last year and then rattled off 7 wins. All of those things. But all of these issues that have been highlighted over these last few weeks are issues we had in training camp, are issues we had going into the offseason. None of this is hindsight. All of these were just the problems that I thought this team could have, and they have been put on full display. That's where I worry when I look around the rest of this league and I see I think that the Green Bay Packers will get their offense going eventually.
Why?
Because they have a really good offensive head coach and their pieces are injured and they're getting there. I don't see the pieces on the Bills.
If you're a Green Bay fan, that's just an example. That's a good example to put out there. It feels like they're good.
Yeah.
Correct.
They're not that good. I thought they were better than they were going to be.
But don't you see that they're a team that is just getting by right now, that you can see going, hey, Micah Parsons 3 sacks last week.
Yeah.
That's going to get going. That defense, Rashawn Garrett.
But they have Jordan Love. They don't have Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. But all these things where you sit there and go, I think this offense will get better as the season goes on, as they get more healthier, as they include Matthew Golden into the offense more. Like, I see them as a team that you're going, hey, that's good. Like, the Commanders are a team that is floundering because of injuries, because of quarterback play has regressed, all of those kind of things. That the defense that wasn't good last year, shocking, isn't good again this year. Like, that isn't one of those things where you're like, oh, you're just a prisoner of the moment saying that the Commanders defense isn't good. They weren't good last year. So a lot of these issues that I see, especially even on this offense, Jenna, where I go, these were all of the things. And I go, no, I don't think trading for a Chris Olave necessarily saves this offense.
The fear is that it runs very deep. Is that what you're saying?
The fear is that all of the things that I was worried about before the season are still here right now and are now magnified.
But last year, there were not really worries about it being a regular season offense, right? I mean, they scored 30 points a game. Our concern with that offense, or maybe I'm wrong, was what do they do in those big moments in the biggest games, which is still there. I don't think there's any question it's still there.
Carolina's a very big game.
Well, yeah, I think we're into mid to late October. I think, all these games are going to be big.
I think it's easy on other points to look over or overlook a Carolina game. Like, I agree with what you're saying. This is a big game because it's one of you need this game.
Oh, there's 100%. The Bills aren't good enough to overlook anyone.
That's
maybe
what
the
I'm
Jets, but really no one.
And you bring up the Jets, and I think back to last season when they did lose those 2 in a row. But at least you could go back to the fact that at other points earlier on in the year, they were dominant. They were taking care of teams. The Bills have played 6 games. One of those games, they have looked dominant.
Yeah.
And the other 4 that they've won, it was a situation, or 3 that they've won. 3? Yeah, because they're 4-2. Yep. The other 3 that they've won, it feels like the Bills have had to will their way, grind it out. Like, everything was a struggle in that. And that's what scares me is you saw the moments of brilliance in those in last year. And this year, it's like everything feels like a slog.
And even in the Houston loss, it was like, well, Josh played bad. Like, chalk it up. Nobody's perfect. It's a bad loss. I don't think Josh has played that bad where I'm sitting there going, well, once Josh gets it figured out, then everything's going to be fine. I think this offense has fundamental flaws, whether Josh is great or not.
Are you more concerned about the offense getting their act together or the defense?
I think the ceiling is higher for the offense.
I think the offense I think the defense is what the defense is. I think this is who they are. Struggling with the run, that is nothing new under Sean McDermott, these kind of things. I've always kind of said that the offense needs to score 30 a game to win. And I look at the last few weeks and I went, if they would have scored 30, they would have won. Mm-hmm. So I have concerns that the blueprint, to some respects, to slow down this Bills team is out there. That's what I'm concerned about.
I don't disagree with being concerned. I'm saying is I'm more confident in Joe Brady to just wake up and say, I'm Joe Brady. This is what works for us, and get Josh Allen back to playing the way Josh Allen plays. They still don't have good enough wide receivers. We all know that, but they do have a very good offensive line. They have James Cook and a quarterback. That's a good place to start. Yep. And they're healthy, at least not the wide receiver position as much. They lose Josh Palmer, but they're healthy enough at the other spots. The defense is where it will eliminate them. It will take them out. And I guess it's funny when we looked at the 2 suspended guys, it does feel like trade deadline acquisitions that they desperately need.
Yep.
You need a tackle because you just don't have the numbers, and you need a guy who can get to the quarterback. They don't have to be superstars to make this team decent on defense. They just need to be better than the guys brought up from the practice squad.
Yeah,
but
in terms of that.
I do have fear that people think that, these are huge reinforcements coming in, and this will completely change the dynamic of the Bills defense. And Michael Hoyt had some nice moments during training camp. You can't deny that, but he also hasn't been around the team for months. I just think that sometimes I hear people talk about this guy's coming back and this guy's coming back. And it's like, yeah, I think they can make a difference. You talk about numbers, especially a defensive tackle, but I don't expect them to be, my expectations for them are like a plus starter.
That's a good point. I think of it more like the floor coming up, not necessarily the ceiling.
Yeah.
Like because they've played, like practice squad guys have been out there. So that's the only
It
part.
was so nice, like having this weekend to just not think about like, are the Bills ass?
But what was so frustrating was I watched teams offensively go down the field and score points when they needed to, and they had guys making plays, and I went, man, that would be nice. Like,
I mean,
and I'm not, and I'll go to the one extreme. You have Flacco, and he's just throwing the ball 100 times to Jamar Chase.
It is Jamar Chase, but yes, I agree with your point.
But like, but I look around, just getting guys open, and this goes back to we were talking to some people over the weekend, and family members, what's going on with the Bills and stuff like that. And you're trying to explain to them. I remember having the conversation with like Joe Brady and being like, who I still like, who I still have faith in, but like, what plays are you drawing up? Is it to get Keon open? Are you drawing up plays to get nothing? Remember a few years ago, I used to talk about like freebies, like when settling Josh down, giving him easy throws that he doesn't have to think, because right now he is having to think so much and make chicken soup out of chicken shit.
Oh, hold on. There's breaking news. The Bills roster's not good enough. How's that?
And that's what we were saying in training camp. Like, we can go back and find these clips and say, man, Keon's having an up and down training camp.
Well said.
That's where I'm sitting there, and it's like, well, Keon's gonna, the second half is when Keon's gonna step up, or one good game from Kincaid, who's seems to be progressing in the right areas. But I've seen like people talking about like, well, Joe Brady, get Kincaid more involved in the offense. You can't build the offense around Dalton Kincaid.
Well, you can get him more involved without building the offense around him. The offense should be built around Josh Allen and James Cook. That's where you build the offense around. This is where I'm saying, if I'm Sean McDermott, I say to Joe, hey, Joe, you didn't hear me the last time with the cute bullshit, right? Cut that out. Play the way we play. Let Josh Allen get going.
Yeah.
Let James Cook. Don't take on the I meant it that way. Let James Cook. And put him on the field, I don't know, in the fourth quarter when you need a play. But that's where I think they had an identity last year, and that identity has been kind of gone for a couple of weeks.
So and again, we will get to the rest of the league and kind of where they stack up. I know we're kind of,
because I have another hot take on that.
Okay, so but I go back to the James Cook thing. The Falcons blitzed, like we talked about, so heavily. And I don't think the Bills trust James Cook enough to protect Josh Allen. So you're dictating what the Bills can do, opposing defenses are. That's what I'm saying, is that they went with Ty Johnson because he's better in pass protection. He is than James Cook. That's not a knock on James. It's just the fact. And eventually it got to that point in the Atlanta game. It felt like perseverance.
Perseverance.
Nope.
Preservation.
Thank you. That's the one. Preservation for Josh.
I speak, Dan.
Like, where he was getting blitzed so much and was under so much pressure. It's like, well,
I have an idea for you. Instead of using James Cook as a blocker, why don't you dump the ball off to James Cook when you're getting pressure? Other teams do that. That's how you use your playmakers.
Again,
I do think the time off could settle the offense back down. And understanding, I still don't like their weapons. There's still a lot that I don't like about the higher end of the offense in those key moments. But I think it can be a lot better than it was the last 2 weeks.
Well, when you talk about the talent on the roster, like, what can you do? Because if we're entering week 8, what is there to, a trade deadline acquisition or something like that? But
I just think I'm not excited about any deal they make at the deadline.
Nope.
Because we haven't seen it work.
I've seen this story.
Rasul Douglas.
Rasul Douglas.
That was a good move.
That was a good move. I think
the other ones have been so little impact.
And I think I remember like joking around at training camp, like about the wide receivers, and it's like, oh, they're going to be fine, all this stuff. I was like, they're going to they're going to give away a 3rd round pick at the deadline because they're going to realize, oh crap, we don't have enough guys for Josh. I don't know. I know I am definitely sounding negative. I get that, and I don't want to be. I've just seen this story, and I've seen these flaws that have not been addressed.
No.
And Injuries are absolutely a part of it with the defense and where they're at. But man, I'm questioning the offensive line because teams are blitzing and sending more than 5 guys, and it's disrupting what they do. It's dictating what the Bills are doing, and Carolina just blitzed the crap out of the Jets. And I'm sitting there, if you're some of these teams that go, well, we can man up like what the Patriots did and get pressure on Josh and play man coverage, the Bills don't have skill position guys that can win.
Yeah, but there's ways to take advantage of things when they play man coverage that the Bills did not do against the Patriots. Mm-hmm. The other part is I see some teams that had a lot of success, and let's be honest, the Bills offense had a lot of success last year. Yeah. Did they lead the league in points per game or second in the league in points per game? And then other teams see it. So I was sitting home watching the Eagles play, and it's like, we have A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. Why don't we throw them the ball?
Must be nice.
But in their case, they were a run-first team that opened things up for the other guys. So they kept sticking with, well, this is what we do. And it wasn't working. Mm-hmm. And it's still not working. So they're finally to the point, and they get to this game and go, well, maybe we need to change it up. And I do think that may be the point where I'm saying with the Bills offense to change it up a little bit. And one of those things to me is more James Cook. I'll take my chances with the other stuff. I want more James Cook on the field.
Brave of you.
Yes.
Mike wants the Bills to change it up and throw it to A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith.
No. Hey, but they didn't do that.
That would really help.
Yeah.
Yes. It's like I'm saying is you have those guys on your team.
That's what's driving me nuts.
Oh, you mean they don't have those guys?
Yeah, they don't have those guys.
They don't have any guys.
They have Keon.
Saw a reel this week. It wasn't good. But he was just getting his best plays are these back shoulder throws that he just isn't making. And
say that again. Who is this?
Keon.
I saw a reel that was talking about the flaws of Keon, and you've talked about before, like that he was a project and things like that, but he had some strengths.
It wasn't sold as a project.
Nope.
Okay.
So just makes me sad.
I heard somebody recently say the Carolina game's a big game. It is for them.
It is for the Bills.
It's not just a must win. Like, I will go that far. I will say
can't lose.
No, it's a must win. It's a must win impressively.
No, it's a must.
No, it's a must win.
It's a must win. Nobody cares. The style points.
No. Can it be? Can it be somewhere in the middle of an impressive win and have to win?
If it's impressive, that's great. Win the game. Move on to the next week.
But if they eke at a win, it's still going to be the same.
It is, unless they go play well against the Chiefs. That's the game.
I don't have confidence in that.
Well, Chiefs are back.
We can get into that.
Do you want to do the top 5, bottom 5 now? At least top 5?
Let's do top 5.
Let's do top 5. All right.
It's just sad.
I think we have the same number 1, Michael.
Let's start with 5.
Okay.
So this part is interesting to me because, full disclosure, we're recording this on Monday. It's actually a great Monday night for games.
Yeah.
You got a doubleheader games, including Bucks and Lions.
Are we just doing AFC?
No.
Or we're doing okay.
This is what we do.
Okay.
The reason we're doing this top 5 is because
that's fair.
The NFC is pretty obvious. The NFC is better than the AFC right
by
now.
far.
Yeah. Which is interesting because coming into this season, it was like, oh, the AFC. Like,
part of it is everybody gets sold on the quarterbacks. Burrow's hurt. Lamar's been hurt. No, that
I understand why.
I'm saying is if
AFC teams.
Wow, and you have them in there.
If they,
them.
No, it's them.
Yeah, in the AFC.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
If they were both healthy, even with their records, I think you would still say, well, if the Bengals just got to win, we'll see when Burrow comes back.
Mm-hmm.
I love seeing Joe Flacco do that. Flacco. I don't know how sustainable that is.
The Steelers stink.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie.
Defense stinks.
All right. So I did this for the whole league. So I
just did AFC.
5 and 4. 5 and 4 for me are the Bucks and the Lions.
Okay.
Is what I have. 5 and 4 for me. So
tonight will be
Tonight will be put them higher. And if one of them, I think the game is in Tampa, but or in Detroit, is in Detroit. I think Detroit can look really good. The problem is their secondary is all beaten up. So let's see
Or
how
suspended.
that game plays out. This is my 5. Those 2, I have the Rams number 3.
Oh, yeah.
Rams are, when they're good, they're
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
The Jags are a fraud. We know that.
Mm.
2, I have the Chiefs.
Yep.
Oh, you have the Colts?
And the Colts are number 1.
I hate that you had this take weeks ago about the
And
Colts.
I was so right.
And it was
Now-
such a
now-
joke.
now-
and
Yeah,
it
now
turned
you're like,
into fruition.
You mean I was right?
Yeah.
Now, I will say this. I don't think anybody right now is afraid of the Colts in January, but we'll see. What they know is their defense got a lot better. They hired the guy from the Bengals. Isn't that something? He couldn't coach anymore. Maybe it's because the Bengals had shitty players on defense.
Very much.
Right? 2, Daniel Jones escaped from New York. That's what that movie was about. Escape from New York. It's getting away from the Jets and the Giants. And you look at them, and they have right now the best running back in the NFL, and Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
He is killing it. So, and they blow people out. They score points.
Yeah.
They're very efficient.
They score on every drive.
Yeah. They're really, right now, really, really good. Let's see how it plays out. And I have the Chiefs too. I could have made the Chiefs one. The Chiefs have looked good the last couple of weeks.
Raiders stink.
The
I
Raiders are
duped
terrible.
myself. I'm like, the Raiders usually play them tough.
Yeah,
like that'll be, and then I was like,
once it was
that's
14,
Yeah, I
you're
was like,
like-
oh shit.
And
Yeah,
the Chiefs were very efficient. And I don't know if you noticed this about the Chiefs. They're fast.
They have what you would call speed.
Speed.
Do you think that's a mismatch?
They have a few of them on the field. So that's my 5. And I know you just have, give me your AFC if you have your top 5.
So I'm a sucker for Denver.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're complaining about Bo Nix.
He stinks. I finally watched a full game. Bo Nix stinks. Bo Nix is
I
not
just
good.
love how Dan's like, you're never shy away.
Nope. So, but our good friend Matt Beauvais had a take back in like week 3 that the Patriots were better than the Denver Broncos. And so just
you crushed him for that.
Correct. So just on principle, I have New England 5 and
was-
Denver 4. Just on principle alone. I've been all set on what I think that Denver and Bo Nix may not be good, but I've like had the faith in Sean Payton, and I've had faith that their defense is so good that you can get average quarterback play and still win a lot of games. And surprisingly, they're still 5-2, and they feels like they've been a bad team. So I had to put Denver 4 after that insane game. Buffalo 3, Kansas City 2, Indy 1.
Yeah.
And here's my question for you guys. Who skill position player wise, who would start on the Bills for the Colts?
Who would start on
Josh
the Bills?
Allen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take the quarterback out. Like, I think of skill position as the weapons around the quarterback.
So you're saying Josh doesn't have skill? Is that your hot
Who?
take? I don't know enough to say their whole offensive line. You're just talking about pass catchers.
Skill position.
Well, you just disregarded the quarterback, and that's a big skill position.
When you say skill position, do you think quarterback?
Yeah.
I don't think quarterback. That's
Okay.
quarterback
I was going to
position.
say, yeah.
When I think offense, that's
okay,
the
so
quarterback.
we're only talking about running back. Are we taking tight ends?
We
into
are
account?
taking tight
Well,
ends.
they don't have a tight end starting.
Yeah.
Nope.
And they might not have a wide receiver starting. And they probably, and this is unfair to James because this guy is
I
playing the
was
best
going to say,
in the
yeah.
league. They do just fine with James Cook.
Yes.
So, yes, it would be Daniel Jones and the Colts starters. Yeah. There's no Bills that would start, I don't think.
Isn't that mind-boggling? Michael Pittman, like those guys, Tyler Warren, like
Tyler Warren's
rookies,
good.
Yeah.
rookies making immediate impacts on the team.
Yeah.
It's just, I guess maybe Shakir would start in the slot over Josh Downs, but that's a coin flip.
Yeah.
It just makes me sad.
Like, that's where I'm sitting there. Like, Daniel Jones is not, he's playing the position better than Josh. He's playing the position probably as good as anybody in the league right now, besides outside of Baker,
Dak
as well. But like,
Yeah.
I look
Dak
at those
is
guys.
not ass this year.
No, but I
he's
look at
not.
those guys and it's like, well, you're throwing to CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens.
Pickens is
And you
Yeah.
have a top 5 tight end in Jake
Yeah.
Ferguson. Like, man, playing quarterback with all those weapons must be really
Yeah.
fun and easy.
Yeah. I know I've said this on the channel before, but my fear has always been like 10 years down the line, like if you look back and with hindsight, you're like, we didn't do enough to get Josh weapons.
Yes,
But you're
that's always.
But you're just a prisoner of the moment. Like we
That's
haven't been
always
saying
a
that for
dumb conversation.
That's always my fear.
We
It's
haven't
just
been saying that for 3 years.
And it's like, why do you want to handcuff your best player?
And well, you can't say it's money because they spent more money.
They did spend
on
money.
these wide receivers than they would have with young players.
Yeah,
you spend more.
So you don't think the Patriots? You're not buying.
I'm still not buying the Patriots.
I had the Patriots 5.
I could see you having that.
Who'd you put 4?
Well, in this case, I had because I had both the Bucks and the Lions because I think they've and Baker, my other hot take, obviously ascended. He's been tremendous, better than Joe Burrow.
One of them is playing.
Healthy Joe Burrow.
I would disagree there.
That's
Baker's considering we saw Joe Flacco go in there and light it up. Then I had Lions and Rams.
That might be a bit prisoner of the moment with your.
Baker's been really good.
He's been
very
that's
good.
literally the definition of prisoner of the moment.
He's been very good.
No, I mean he's been good for like the last 3 years. Good. Yeah, and he was doing it with Mike Evans, and then Mike Evans got hurt.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I think the Patriots are good, and I think Drake Maye throws the ball really well, and we thought he would come into this year with the 2019 Josh deal.
Yeah.
At the moment, and they haven't had that many.
He's 2020 Josh.
He is at another level there.
Their schedule is also incredibly easy, but you can only play who's on your schedule.
And their win in Buffalo was very impressive for them.
It was. I was talking to my uncle today, big Patriots fan. He lives in New England. He was saying he was pumped. And he literally said they went in to Buffalo.
Give me something.
They weren't scared.
How did he say it?
He says everything like Uncle John. Trying to think what he said. The kids got it.
The kids got it.
The kids got it.
I look at that and I just say, the funniest thing about all of this with this Patriots stuff is I can't wait for Josh McDaniels to get another head coaching job.
I don't know.
It's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. Just wait. Just wait. There's going to be an owner that is going to throw another bag at him because he's working with a young quarterback. He's got Drake Maye figured out. He's going to get another head coaching job.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to do bottom 5?
Oh, I got him. Dolphins, and Dolphins with some Jets and Dolphins.
No, you got to go all Dolphins. Man, it's bad.
It is bad. Mike McDaniel wants to get fired. Obviously, some of the stuff he says, he looks like he got run over before the game.
Yeah.
He's standing there, he's saying stuff, and they just won't fire him. Like, what are they waiting? Seriously, what are they waiting for?
Hey, don't worry. Tua will start for the Dolphins in week 8. I just saw a report.
Yeah, there
are no changes.
They're not going. Are they going to put Zach Wilson in? I put the Raiders.
Ewers.
Yeah, Quinn Ewers.
I put the Raiders number 4 because Titans, they're bad. They're bad.
Yeah.
They hung in there for like 2 minutes against the Patriots.
I
had the Jets
maybe.
2 and the Dolphins 1. That's how little I think of the Dolphins because they obviously have more talent, overall talent than the Jets. Well, I shouldn't say obviously. They have a few guys. Sauce left the game. Man, if you're Sauce, I know those guys signed Garrett Wilson and Sauce.
Yeah.
Those are 2 really good players.
You got to be like,
hey, yeah, just take those 2. Make a deal for those 2.
I'm sure they would want to do an in-division trade.
Yes. Anyhow, that's pretty big needs on both cases. But yeah.
Just
yes.
We're entering week 8 though. So there's time for improvement.
To your point, though, of saying this is an important game, it is. This team needs to get back to playing the way they can play, take care of business on the road. They're 7.5-point favorites. Carolina doesn't score a lot. They play.
Neither do the Bills.
Well, they've had.
Yes,
they've done this the last 2, and it's looked bad. But this team will run the ball down your throat. They are old school, Carolina. And they will try to run it against the Bills. And I think you take your chances.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Why don't you tell everyone what we have coming up on the channel?
I don't know. What do we have coming up on the channel?
Well, you did.
Yes. Spoke with Tim Donnelly. He is a talk show host in North Carolina. and covers all the teams down there. Also was a quarterback at the University of Delaware. Knows Joe Flacco personally.
Joe Flacco.
Yes. And he was great. Great. I think you'll really enjoy it. I think that's coming out Wednesday morning. We'll put that out for Wednesday morning. And good insight into what this team is. Like he goes, everybody else is trying to do more. They're going old school. Run the ball, play defense, don't make mistakes, and see if it can work. They're undefeated at home.
I was to say.
They have not lost at home.
They've won 3 in a row.
3 in a row. He, his point was they beat Atlanta. Like that's the one that really sticks out because the Bills saw a very good version of Atlanta. And then, or maybe the Bills made that a very good version of Atlanta in that game.
There's a lot. Anything else, Daniel?
No, I'm down bad. Yeah. I am not in a good place with this team. That can obviously change. And again,
so you're saying is if they do better, then it can be better.
Yes, that is exactly what I'm saying. But right now, I'm sitting here thinking about what move at the deadline would.
I'm not even caring about the deadline. I don't think. I'm saying is they could make a move. I'm going to be negative about the move.
He's trying to say his point of view.
Oh, what? I'm the only one who interrupts?
I was like, hey, about the trade. I haven't thought it. The trade deadline's like, if I could have finished my sentence, there's nothing that would excite me that the Bills could really do at the trade deadline. That's my, now you talk.
I just want to make sure we're finished.
So I hate when you do that.
So if they traded for Sauce Gardner, that wouldn't make you happy.
Let's be realistic.
Doing that.
A realistic move.
Moves. Skill position player.
What if they got Baker?
Yes. I think it's got to be any moves they do make. If they do, it should be defense. It should be defense. If they're going to use assets, they need it on defense.
But that's ridiculous. Think of how many assets they've used on defense.
Comment on here on what you think they need. They need safety, and they maybe even bigger. They need that other corner, unless there's somewhat hope that it's Max at some point, but that's a big ask.
Or Dorian, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, if he's back.
Yeah,
IR. We'll see about Max Hairston this week.
If they open up the window. I think that's big. I would be very surprised if they don't open up the window. There's no downside to that. They open it up. He practices. If it's not right, they have to be smart. I mean, he's a young player, number 1 pick. If he's not ready, you can't play him. You can't just like force him out there. And then we'll see if at any point then here's the truth. He could always play. And if it's not working, you can always put him on IR later.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the way it works, but I don't think they want to do that. I think if they see how he practices for a few weeks, different than the 2 guys coming back from the suspension, who I believe are going to be out on the field.
Yeah.
Yes.
On Sunday.
Well, they're also veterans.
They're veterans and they were not injured.
Yes.
They were suspended.
Correct.
So,
okay.
And maybe Matt Milano coming back.
All right, that'll do it here on the Buffalo
Trade
Plus
deadline
channel. All right, for Mike Catalana and Dan Fates, I am Jenna Cottrell. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And thank you so much for watching The League, presented by Stellar Roofing, Windows, and Siding. We'll catch you next time here on Buffalo Plus.